to Design Basics. I thought it would be fun to spend some time talking about the new Color Coach. I don't know if any of you have received this or not, but it's really great. So I thought that I would spend maybe a few different videos talking about it and how I put it into practice making some cards. And today I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz, because when you get your Color Coach, you also get the end color. So I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz, and what I did was I went to my Pear Pizzazz. I see that there's a dynamic duo, and then I see the creative combination. So I decided to use it. I have Pear Pizzazz, Rich Razzleberry, and Tempting Turquoise. Okay, so I'm just going to set this to the side so you can see that and see how this card came together. I decided for my base I'm going to use the Rich Razzleberry, and some of this is going to get covered up, so you're not going to see as much of it as it looks like right now. And then what I did was I went ahead and used my textured embossing plate with the vintage wallpaper impression folder. Okay, and this is what I get. Now here's a tip for you. When you cut your cardstock and you score it, instead of scoring it exactly down the middle, give one side just about a 1/16 of an inch at the most extra. Make it just a little bit larger on that side. Make that the one that you run through your impression folder. So if this one's a 1/16 of an inch larger, then put it through the impression folder, because whenever you do a large impression like this, it draws up the cardstock a little bit, and if you don't give it a little extra, you're going to end up with it being just a tiny bit off, about a 1/16 of an inch. So if you'll go ahead and score that with an extra 1/16 of an inch, that'll take up the slack. Okay, so there's my card base. Now here's my other colors. Here's my Tempting Turquoise, and then here is my Pear Pizzazz, and this is from the Greenhouse Gala designer paper. So this is just a piece from that collection, and it's just a rectangle. And then I have my Tempting Turquoise. Remember, this one we only want to see at least no more than half as much as we do the Rich Razzleberry. So just a little bit of Tempting Turquoise. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and punched my scallop border on one end, and I'm going to punch this in. But I thought, I couldn't remember if I'd showed you guys this or not, so I thought I'd show you again just how I, if you want to get your scallops to end in the same place, if you will look at your guide, and if you will line up your cardstock with the same distance in the same place on the scallops on either end, then it'll come out the same. Then you can push it to the left or to the right. Line it up and then punch it again. I think my punch needs sharpening. So I do have another tip for you. If you have this ever happen, then if you will go over it just with a little sanding block, then you can get rid of any of those little frayed bits, just to finish it up, neaten it up. Okay, so I'm going to take that piece. I'm going to take my designer paper, and I'm going to place that on. Just like this. Okay, so now I just have a little bit of Tempting Turquoise. So I have a big piece of my Pear Pizzazz, then I have my Rich Razzleberry, and then I have my Tempting Turquoise. I really doubted this color combination when I first saw it, but I really loved it once I got it together. Now let me create my focal point. I'm going to use the Aviary stamp set. Love this little set. And I'm going to use the small bird cage, and I'm going to use the, not the little owl, let's do the little bird. So this is block C. Use that for my bird cage. Ink this up in basic black. I'm realizing I don't have my circle punch over here. Let me clean this off real quick. And then I'm going to take my little bird, put him on the same block. But he is going to be Tempting Turquoise, and his legs are going to be Pear Pizzazz. When I'm coloring with my markers, directly to the stamps. I always like to do the lightest color first and then the darkest color. That way if it if the dark color touches the light color, it won't damage my marker. Where vice versa, if I use a light colored marker, it might. Tip about using the clear stamps is look where the black image is, not where the outline of the rubber is. And for this little guy, you need to kind of put his feet down into the black section of the bird cage. Not quite in the center, off just a little bit, and the reason being is that I'm going to punch a hole in the top of that, and then I'm going to take a piece of my linen thread. I'm just going to run that through, and I'm going to tie that on in just a second. First I need to add my ribbon. I have a piece of rich razzleberry ribbon. I'm about to cut this one too short. This is the satin, rich razzleberry satin ribbon, which I have just come to love the satin ribbon. Alright, I need to trim the ends off that. Clean it up just a bit. This one up. It's all about these little details that really end up making a big difference in the end. So take the time to go the extra mile to get rid of any of those and tidy it up. Okay, now I'm going to take my little bird cage and I'm just going to tie a knot at the top because I'm going to have this hang. This is the trickiest part, at least for me, out of the whole card. There we go. You don't want it to hang too low. Get rid of that excess. You don't want to see that. Again, we're just cleaning it up. Now we're gonna, not cute, we're gonna go in with some dimensionals. Sure you put it on straight. And then one more thing that just really sets this card apart, although this is very cute. And you know what, let me see if I can get this off. I want to show you something that I did this card for a workshop the other night and showed them, so I'll show you. These little suckers are down once you get them on there. Look at the difference that it makes. If this were my card base without the textured, it's cute, still very cute, but look at what a difference it makes with these textures for the background and the base of the card. It just really takes it to a whole new level, in my opinion. Love it. Okay, so now the only thing that I'm going to add is a little bit of bling. Have you seen the new rhinestones that Stampin' Up! Has? Love them. I'm going to use some of these little ones. What I did was these actually come in a row, so I went in here with my X-Acto knife and just cut them apart because the base of these are like a mini glue dot. You can use your scissors, you can use some tweezers, you can use your X-Acto knife if you still have that out. You could even use your paper piercing tool. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I like the paper piercing tool and I use it for other things besides paper piercing. Okay, I didn't, you could use these still in a strip, but I like how adding one to each one of these little scallops just really makes it pop. So, there you have it. So there's our creative color combination. We have the Pear Pizzazz, and we have the Rich Razzleberry and the Tempting Turquoise. So what do you think? I think it's cute. I'll see you next time for more Design Basics.